Rashane.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Don is
One
here.
of our great tech employees.
At this time is our public input on agenda and non-agenda items. I welcome any member of the audience to speak. Pre-K presentation. Come on down, Julie.
So I'm really excited tonight to be able to present on our pre-K program. It's been a while since we've been able to present to the board. So up here we have some of our newest students down at School 12 in one of our 4-year-old classrooms. I'd like to start, as we always do, with mission statement of the district. The Troy City School District will provide a strong educational and social foundation to graduate all of our students college and career ready. And this is where it starts in pre-K. We're starting to build that foundation. So we're a community in our program. We are funded by a grant through the New York State Education Department. We get a little over $2.2 million every year to fund our program. We currently have 177 4-year-olds and 84 3-year-olds in the program across the district. We have that's like 17 classrooms. We have, part of the grant, you have to collaborate with agencies. They require a minimum of 10% of your allocations to go to community agencies. And we currently have Sacred Heart, the private school in Troy, as well as CEO Head Start. And both of them have been partners of ours for a very long time. We have great relationships, great collaboration, so it's been great working with them since I've been here. So at Sacred Heart, we currently have 4 classrooms, 2 classrooms for 3-year-olds and 2 classrooms for 4-year-olds, and 27 and 36 students. School 2, we have 2 classrooms, and 1 classroom for 3-year-olds and 1 classroom for 4-year-olds. And then at School 12, it has been an amazing start to the school year. So I appreciate the support and the across the district to be able to open like a pre-K center. We currently have 11 classrooms down there. We have 9 4-year-old rooms and 2 3-year-old rooms, and so we have 162 students down there right now. So throughout, we collaborate with the agencies, the teachers. So that's another great thing at School 12. Now we have the 11 classrooms. Our teachers can collaborate. We can do classroom visits to each other. We have our assistant director, Ms. Lagrippo's down there for support. We have a full-time social worker who supports pre-K. We have a family advocate through CEO who can support the families and the staff. Head Start has additional staff. We have a supervisor through them. We have a behavior specialist that supports the classrooms. And Expressive Journeys is one of our agencies we collaborate. They provide music therapy for our students once a week. So we're really excited about that. So part of our day in pre-K, if you come visit us, if you go into classrooms, it looks a little bit different than our K through 12 classrooms. And a lot of times you see the kids playing. This is a pre-K poem. It's one of my favorites, and I did put it in front of you. I am going to read it. Just playing. When I'm building in the block room, please don't say I'm just playing. For you see, I'm learning as I play. About balance and shapes, who knows, I may be an architect someday. When I'm getting dressed up, setting the table, caring for the babies, don't get the idea I'm just playing. For you see, I'm learning as I play. I may be a mother or a father someday. When you see me up to my elbows in paint, or standing at an easel, or molding and shaping clay, please don't let me hear you say he is just playing. For you see, I'm learning as I play. I'm expressing myself and being creative. I may be an artist or an inventor someday. When you see me sitting in my chair, reading to an imaginary audience, please don't laugh and think I'm just playing. For you see, I'm learning as I play. I may be a teacher someday. When you see me combing the bushes for bugs or packing my pockets with choice things I find, don't pass it off as just playing. For you see, I'm learning as I play. I may be a scientist someday. When you see me engrossed in a puzzle or some plaything at school, please don't feel the time it's wasted in play. For you see, I'm learning as I play. I'm learning to solve problems and to concentrate. I may be in business someday. When you see me cooking or tasting foods, please don't think that because I enjoy it, it is just playing. I'm learning to follow directions and to see the differences. I may be a chef someday. When you see me learning to skip, hop, run, and move my body, please don't say I'm just playing, for you see, I'm learning as I play. I'm learning how my body works. I may be a doctor, a nurse, or an athlete someday. When you ask me what I've done in school today, and I say I just played, please don't misunderstand me, for you see, I'm learning as I play. I'm learning to enjoy and be successful in my work. I'm preparing for tomorrow. Today, I am a child, and my work is play. So we do learn and we explore through play. We do it a lot. So this is just kind of an example of our daily schedule you may see across classrooms. We're lucky that we don't have transportation, so our parents pick up and drop off every day. So we're able to have that communication with our families every single day. Breakfast and lunch we do in the classrooms in our program, and it's really important because it's part of our instructional time. And we build vocabulary, we're building language, we're having conversation, we're guiding conversation with the kids. So our teachers sit with them during mealtime and guide that conversation. We have a morning meeting every day. It's, you might see calendar. It's time for the students to share, ask questions, again, working on language and vocabulary. Every day we have small group instruction. So you may see 3 or 4 groups. Every classroom has a teacher and a teacher assistant in the classroom, so they're leading small groups, and that is geared towards different skills we're working on. Everything is theme-based, so you'll see the theme throughout the classroom. Outdoor time or gym time, we're required to do 30 minutes of gross motor activities a day. So you'll see later in the slides one of our playgrounds. So we go outside, sometimes with structures, we might have tricycles. We go into the gym, again, tricycles in the gym. We do hula hoops, lots of different things to get them moving. We do a read aloud every day. A lot of times we repeat the same read aloud throughout the week, and it's again based on the theme of the week. So we spent some time over the summer creating curriculum maps, and it's in our curriculum management system with the other grade levels. And it's all based on themes. So if you go into a classroom, you should be able to see whether it's all about me or transportation or community helpers, throughout the center, small group, and the read aloud. Center time is huge, as I just read. That's a lot where the play comes in. Center time is a little bit different than your small group time. It's a 60-minute block of uninterrupted time where the kids kind of have free play, free choice. You'll have centers set up throughout the classroom, which may include dramatic play. You'll have sand, water, a library time, blocks is a big one, a math center, a science center, and the kids will rotate throughout these centers on their own, make their own choices. So there's like a center management system in every classroom. The kids may have, a star with their name on it or a popsicle stick with their picture. If you want to go to the block center, there may be space for 3. The kids will put their stick or anything in there, up to 3 kids. If they go there and there's 3 sticks there, they know I need to go choose another center, so they kind of rotate. Independent, and at that time the teacher's moving throughout the centers, talking with the students, engaging in conversation, asking questions, and again building that language and vocabulary with the students. And then the theme is there. We also have literacy in every center. There's writing materials. So it's really a great time for them to learn, and the teachers can really observe the students and get a lot of feedback and take notes on how they're doing and their progress. Music and movement, if you come into our classrooms, you see a lot of Go Noodle. They're on the carpet singing and dancing. And then we also have touchscreen Chromebooks, which are wonderful in the classroom. So the kids are also getting some technology. We do a closing circle and then it's time for dismissal. As I mentioned, we have weekly music therapy, and we're also going to be starting library once a week for the students. So we investigate and problem solve through play. These are just some pictures of our little ones. So this is a small group. In the beginning of the year, we're doing a lot of name recognition. So typically they start with the first letter of their name is one. So he's, cutting, pasting, fine motor skills. Here's 2 kids at the sand table. A lot of conversation between students. This is part of the new playground at School 12 and in the gym. So some of our gross motor activities. Down here, I don't know if you can tell, but he's cutting Play-Doh, so a lot of times we're using Play-Doh for sensory. They're rolling out letters, numbers, building things with it. This is a math small group. He's taking the cubes, and it's a 1 through 10, so we're practicing in pre-K. When they are finished, they're supposed to know 0 through 5, recognize those numbers, but we do a lot up to 10. This is Block Center is always full. If you go into a classroom, usually dramatic play, and Block Center always full. Oops, always.
It's a touch screen.
Oh gosh. Multiple blocks, you can see back here, wood blocks, magnetiles, we have soft blocks, we have cardboard blocks, you'll find farm animals, all different things in the centers. But center time is a great time to be in there. It's fun if you ever stop by, come during center time, come play. It's a lot of fun, and a lot of learning is taking place. So these are just some of the things we are using in the classroom. Second step is our social emotional curriculum. It's used pre-K through 8. It's a lot about problem solving, and a lot about feelings and how to talk with one another. Integrity is used throughout the district as well. It starts in pre-K. It's about a 10-minute part of our day, phonemic awareness. My first school book is our handwriting program. We use Handwriting Without Tears. So that's like a workbook they do in small groups. We use Play-Doh. They have different wood pieces and they're manipulating the letters. Bold is our assessment. It's an online assessment. We do it 3 times a year. And it takes the standards and kind of, it's a continuum, and kids fall in different places and you can see growth. They take a lot of photos for evidence and a lot of notes as evidence to see where the kids are falling. This ESI down here is our screening. We screen every 3 and 4-year-old as they come into the program. Thank you for your support for allowing our speech pathologists to come in over the summer. We screen them over the summer now as a 4-year-old so that we're not waiting to the start of the school year. So if there are concerns or anything, we can catch them early. And then these 2, the classroom observation and the early child environmental rating scale at the Eckers, those are 2 program observation tools that we use, and we actually contract with the outside agency, Bright Side Up, and they come in. The class observation is for language and interaction with the teacher and the students. So they come in, they spend about 2 to 3 hours in every classroom, take notes, and then they kind of get graded on where they fall and where we can improve on the language and the interactions with the teacher, and that's done twice a year. And then the Eckers comes in and looks at the environment. So they'll actually go in and look at our blocks, make sure we don't have just 20 wood blocks. We have multiple different kinds of blocks. We have living things in the classroom, like a plant, maybe a turtle. Just to make sure that our classrooms are safe, that we're washing our hands. There's multiple, it's a long process, but we really get a lot of feedback, and it's really improved our classroom environment and making sure that we have all the necessary tools the students need and age appropriate. So this is School 12. Again, as I mentioned earlier in the presentation, it's such an amazing year, and I can't say thank you enough to have 11 classrooms down in one location, in one building, and a center, the amount of collaboration we have, the support that we have, and a huge thank you to Mr. Hotelli, Mr. Jasper, and the maintenance people that were there all summer doing everything, and it looks, I don't know if anyone's been to School 12 lately, but stop by, it looks amazing. So this is the classroom on the 2nd floor. It's actually our it's actually our social work room. You can see they redid the hardwood floors in the classroom. It looks great. This is the playground. It's hard I tried to capture the whole playground, but these 2 structures and this little house were done, I think, right when School 18 came on. So this is a pre-K structure. It's meant for kids up to age 5, and this is really an elementary for 5 through 12-year-olds. So when we knew we had all of the students coming, we were hoping for additional space. So we now have a train and another structure. So it's been amazing. It just got finished last week. So, and then this blacktop area was put in. We're hoping to get like maybe some tracks on it one day, you know, painted on so the tricycles can go down, but kids use chalk on it. So we have an awesome, awesome outdoor area for the kids. Down here you can just see the classroom that was painted. All of our classrooms are now yellow on the gold on the bottom and white on the top, so it's bright, inviting. That's the Dramatic Play Center in one of our areas. This is what our hallways now look like at School 12. Clean, fresh, student workup, gray, purple. It looks, I can't tell you enough how great it looks. And this here is our professional development room we have. So we have our instructional coach, and she's able to lead whole group PD. We do smaller meetings. Our staff from Sacred Heart in School 2 come over, and we were able to have trainings, meetings. We look at data, everything. So it's really been great. So here's just a few more pictures. We have some block building. We have every area has like a cozy corner for reading, and the library, they all look a little bit different. dramatic play, we have some community helpers. A little scientist down here with our animals and our magnifying glasses. First day of school. And then there's another kid at school too, building blocks. So I did include this. Currently, in kindergarten right now, 67% of the kids in our kindergarten attended one of our pre-K classrooms last year that are currently in kindergarten. We are working really hard for that pre-K to kindergarten transition. So we are now, we streamlined the registration process. So rather than registering for pre-K and then coming back in and registering for kindergarten, parents fill out a form. If they say we're coming to Troy, we're able to just roll them over to kindergarten so they don't have to come back and go through that process. It's helpful. It's helped it a lot. We do kindergarten orientation in June. We used to do it in May. We kind of moved it up to June, so we have a better idea of who's attending. It's closer to the start of the school year. And then we've also started kindergarten transition meetings in the summer. So in June, our instructional coach meets with every building and their kindergarten team, and we're able to talk about the students that are entering, provide information. So that's also made a smoother transition. And then in speaking with kindergarten teachers, they've shared that, they notice when our kids have attended a pre-K program in Troy for those that are entering kindergarten. They're coming in ready for kindergarten. They're, a lot of them know letters and numbers. A lot of them are socially ready for kindergarten. So it's made a huge difference. So we're proud of the work in pre-K. I've been doing this now for a while, and this is the best part of my job. As you can just tell by the pictures, and I'm just so thankful for it. I thank the board for the continued support for the program. So that's some pictures from graduation last year, and that's we will end the story. Any questions?
Great job.
Nice job, thank you.
Going, Jimmy?
A percentage. Dollars.
June and July financials.
Good evening. So on the agenda tonight, I have financials for the fiscal year end for June, as well as the start of next year, this current year for July. All the bank accounts are reconciled and up to date. All the cash is accounted for. Some people slow down this summer. Our office does not. So we've been crazily working all summer long to get everything ready for audit and closing the books down for the auditors to come. And they came the first week of September, and I'm glad to say that everything went smoothly as far as my understanding is, the initial response. And they're going to be coming, I'm not sure of the date yet, in October, one of the two board dates in October. I have an email out to them today, and I'm waiting for a response. So after we've gotten done with the audit, we're moving on to submitting the SD3 so we can start getting our aid rolling for this year, as well as we're going to start finalizing the grants for the 831 ending of the grants. And then once we're done with that, we're going to close up the ARP grants, all the COVID grants, and those will be going away for forever. Maybe, hopefully, I don't know. And then lastly, I want to give a big shout out to the people in my office. They did a really good job working through the year end, as well as getting the auditors everything they needed. We had them out of there probably 2.5 to 3 days. Not a lot of questions, and so yeah, that's all I got.
So they'll be in front of us sometime.
Yes.
Okay.
Next month in October.
Who's on our web team? Okay, just make sure Teresa knows when they're running here.
Sure.
Great. Does anybody have any questions? Thank you very much, and thank the staff here too. Motion on the floor for approval of minutes September 4th, 2024.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Superintendent recommendation, human resources, staff matters, unclassified and classified. Under unclassified, motion on the floor for consent agenda items 1 through 9.
Second.
Discussion.
The student teacher.
Number 9?
No.
This is just student teacher observers.
Yeah.
They're just getting
A lot.
their observation on it, so.
Wow, that is a lot going into one. Okay. All those, any more on discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Under unclassified, motion on the floor for consent agenda items 1 through 5.
Second.
Under discussion, thank you again to the RPI, Sienna, Russell Sage, all the colleges that come in before us and help us out. All those in favor? Opposed? Superintendent recommendation programs. Motion on the floor for consent agenda items 1 through 9.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? Superintendent recommendation, business finance. Motion on the floor for consent agenda items 1 and 2.
Second.
Under discussion, we're going to start giving out certificates of appreciation. Teresa designed them for us, and the first ones will be going out. I eventually would like to have some of them come and hand them to us. So we're going to be giving out things like this, so we don't all have to sign. We all have the same signature. Isn't that funny? We've been working together, so we know. It's all the same. This is going to T-Mobile, Next Step Federal Credit Union, Choice Physical Therapy, so, which is nice. A lot of our local businesses, they they deserve a really big thank you. Like oh, the 2 of them are right here on our agenda. So, all those in favor? Opposed? Board resolutions, business finance. Motion on the floor for consent agenda items 1 and 2.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? District announcements. Future board meetings. All meetings will take place at 6 o'clock. October 2nd at the middle school. October 16th. We're back at school 16 for their presentation. I know a lot of us have a lot going on, and we only have 2 more meetings before our convention. So make sure everybody is giving Teresa all the information we need before we take off for convention. Do you have everything you need, Teresa?
I just need to confirm some training specifics, but everything else is taken care of.
So if you're changing your mind or anything else before she gets too far into making our itineraries, make sure that we let her know. Good news. Good news. Let's see. School 2 is off to a great start. I mean, this is like a 16-page thing.
Start of school.
Yeah, I know. I'm glad you increased the font a little bit. School 2 is off to a great start. Attendance looks good early in the year. The attendance rate for the first full week of school was 94%, which is awesome for School 2. So the City Council commissioned Carroll Hill 5th grades to assist in renaming of a project road near the school. Each class is researching and learning more about their immediate community, impactful events, and inspirational people. They will decide on a class proposal for a new street name, including the rationale based on what they learned. Pretty soon, we will no longer have 5th Avenue, 6th Avenue, Main Street. I mean, I've lived here for 69 years. Everything has been renamed, so.
Is one of the choices Brown's Way?
Oh, no, yeah, really. I gotta talk to them about that. Brown's Road, that sounds good. So each proposal will be submitted to the city for consideration. You know, we haven't dinner next week with the mayor. All the students and teachers are excited to work with the city of Troy on this important task. The School 16 PTA Back to School Bash is scheduled for Friday. Families are invited to school to celebrate the start of another school year. Thank you to School 16 PTA for putting this event together. School 18 PTA hosted a pizza and playground event on Monday, September 16th from 5:30 to 7. So glad this weather is holding out for us on this. The event was well attended and fun was had by all. Troy Middle School is looking forward to the unveiling of the brand new fitness center. The equipment will be delivered next week, a week ahead of the ribbon cutting on October 4th. We are excited to get our students into the fitness center soon. Let's see. Our fall sports season is off to, he has like an electric start. I would never say that. Our fall sports season is off to a great start. Our first games in Colonial Council, boys and girls soccer have both won multiple games, and the golf team is off to one of their best starts in years. Girls swimming had a huge win over Shaker last week, winning all 2 events at the meet, and after a winless season last year, drumroll, varsity football was undefeated with wins over Johnstown and Mohammedan. The full athletic schedule is available online. Let's go try. And, you know, I would say, does anybody have good news? Now, before I pick on anybody, does anybody have good news? So, Rich, how is everything? He has never done that. How is everything down in transportation?
Fantastic.
I think,
They are.
Wait much of my life.
well, I think
Twice a day.
we would say since
It's
you're
my
never
wake-up
been
call,
away.
it's my end of work call.
Wait a minute, can I tell you, I've been on the school board a long time, and really, I have not gotten any complaints from parents. I hear from teachers and all that, but I
It's as
have,
good as it's ever been.
right, parents have not been knocking at my door or calling me or anything, so,
Well, those guys have done a great job. I mean, I got down there a couple of weeks ago, and you know, we love Mario. He's our guy. We got some nicknames already over here. Mario and I have been dubbed the Mario Brothers. Just so but he does an unbelievable job, and you know, we're just working through some things, and it's going great. It really is. A lot of work.
very
I want to shout out to Rich. He's given Mario a lot of credit, but I've been doing the McKinney-Vento stuff for our school for a long time, and it has never been that smooth at the beginning of the year. So your organization is bringing a lot down there. It is.
So should I leave it at that?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 words, yonder pouches. It is a game changer, it is night and day. The kids, we were talking about it earlier, that there's just less tension, there's just less everything in the building. The kids are really different, it's night and day different. We dealt with a situation that went through text messaging and it occurred at 3:36 p.m. So it really is a game changer. It is night and day in our building. Always the cafeteria, the classroom, the kids are engaged, they're looking up, they're having conversations. It is night and day different. It is the best thing we've done ever.
That's the only thing I could think of is that like the cafeteria would be lousy, you know, so.
It is amazing. It really is. Worth every penny.
Mr. Michelle, same thing at the middle school?
100% agree. Yeah. It's a huge.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Are you hearing about it from, I mean, none of us, or not, at least I haven't heard anything from parents.
We had a couple of dissenters in the summer, but since school started, we really haven't.
I'll just say it's the opposite. I've had multiple parents that I've called for different situations, and they've said, thank you for this.
Yeah.
My kid is feeling different. My students, the students have come to me. At first, they were like, this was ridiculous. We were so upset at first, but now we realize how much we weren't engaged. So hopefully it stays that way, but we're definitely seeing a lot more positives, not just from our end, but also from the students and the teachers, of course, as well. The hallways are actually quieter because kids aren't doing or aren't paying attention, or they're not late anymore because they're not stopping at lockers, texting on the phone, they're just going to their classes. So there's a lot of positives that are coming out of it that we didn't really
Can I ask
expect.
a question on that? Have you guys gotten any feedback that, like, when the kids are at home, they're using the cell phones less as well?
I haven't directly, but I haven't heard that they're using it more at home either. It's not like they're getting home and spending
That's
more
right.
time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that we haven't gotten yet. That feedback we can definitely look into,
Yeah.
but not
No,
yet.
I'm just wondering, I mean,
You
it
watch-
just sounds great, yeah.
And you watch the kids leave, and it's funny, because you watch 1,100 kids leave the building, and we have all the stations so they hit their couch and go, and some of them get it, and they're on it, and it's their thing, and the majority don't. They open it,
Yeah,
they
it's
watch it, but
interesting.
they don't even
Yeah.
go, they don't even pull it out.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing to see.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of kids leave them home now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what your monitor said.
Oh, that's nice.
Amazing.
Good.
Excellent.
That's great. Yay, okay, so, Jenny, you're back there, all nice and quiet.
You know,
What's going on at school aid?
so as many of you may have seen on social media, Troy High School graduate, Gina Robinson,
Yeah.
she was
Oh, yeah, that was-
subbing in our building for the first 7 days of school. And we were able to have the good fortune to celebrate her going to Florida, I believe, this week to start training with this, well, very famous, known boxing trainer, and then she'll begin her pro career.
That was a nice sound send.
That was a nice
It
one.
was.
That was very
But,
nice.
you know, the fanfare was wonderful, but what was most wonderful was that, you know, the kids didn't know, and most of the staff didn't know who Jada was, right? Who Jada was and who she's going to be. So when they found out the day before, because we were trying to keep it a secret for her mom and Mr. Carmelo, they were just like, oh my gosh, you know, they just couldn't believe it. And she made a mark on our children as a human being, as a young, mature, such a mature high school graduate from Troy High, that, you know, we were just thrilled that, you know, she made an impact in so many of our children. And then her send-off just kind of like, you know, gave them something to aspire to and to look up to someone here. So it was purely, you know, our privilege and joy.
Yeah.
If
She
you
was
not
with you,
met
Jim,
her,
right?
Yeah,
Jim,
Jim
she was
wants
with
to
you
be
for a
here.
while, yeah.
She's phenomenal, like she's the real deal.
yeah.
She's wonderful. And such a strong woman, like role model for our girls, and she was just awesome. I want her back, Jen. I'm gonna fight for her.
She becomes a professional athlete.
Yeah, really. Okay, does anybody on the board have anything?
Just with the Jada thing, my daughter Harper, she's in kindergarten, and she came home that day and she was watching me. Yeah, so, I don't know if she met Jada, but she
Probably did something for her. Yeah, really. Okay, motion on the floor to adjourn.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.